Okay, you know what's up? It's me. You see the channel name. Right now, I'm reacting to Young Don the Saska. She attacked me at night. I don't really I do get attacked sometimes. Older brothers and all of that. But a story for another day, which I'll probably never tell. But I'll need to be reminded. And with that said, let's react to it.
And out pops this homeless woman.
Hold up.
And
Hold up.
I
I'm
don't.
not. I'm not trying to spoil for myself.
But now you all about that meat. Make a banger. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Give me the thing. I mean, life is easy, bro.
Yeah,
You just get up and do it.
life is easy.
No practice.
Yeah. Something to think about.
When you think of the words Los Angeles, what comes to mind? Before I moved here in January 2020,
Hold up, let me answer that question. Los Angeles, what comes to mind? People who are going there, searching for an opportunity. That's my answer right now. People who go there, hoping they could find gigs and all of that. People with dreams they're trying to reach.
I'll tell you what I thought of. Late nights, bright lights, fast cars, pretty girls. Lights, camera, action. That's why, at the end of 2019, I decided after 2 years of living in Austin, Texas, I was gonna move to LA so I could further my career as an entertainer, particularly as a rapper. And when I got here, LA was really everything that I thought it would be. But in the beginning of 2020, just 2 months after moving here, tragedy struck the world in the form of an unprecedented pandemic. Businesses closed, people lost their jobs, self-harm and addiction skyrocketed.
Yeah.
The vibrant, artistic city that I moved to became something completely different. The lights went out, the cameras stopped, and the whole city went dark. So now here I am, a whole year later, and now when I hear the name Los Angeles, I think of something completely different. Truth be told, now I mostly think about tents. Lots and lots of tents. Why? Because where I live, here in downtown Los Angeles, that's all you see as you drive down the streets because the homeless population here has skyrocketed. Words can't even begin to describe how sad and dirty this city has become. The sidewalks are littered with drug addicts and crazy people. Every morning you can see business owners spraying down the sidewalk to wash away the human excrement left behind by these godforsaken
Damn.
souls. And the smell. God, the smell. A wretched mix of car exhaust.
Why you say it like
land
that
of
though?
the sinful has become the land of the
That
dead.
bad?
And for that reason, I have decided to leave, returning to the state of guns, glory, and freedom. That's right, Texas. But before I leave in a couple of months, I want to tell you of 3 stories where I was confronted by crazy homeless people. While it's still all fresh in my mind. So buckle up, because chances are you've never experienced anything like what I'm about to share with
Probably.
you.
bro.
Crazy
You
homeless person story number 1. Okay, so
always in
it was
the
a sunny
crazy shit.
afternoon in November of 2020. One of my best mates, Dior, and I made our way over to a park beside the Staples Center for an intense outdoor workout session. You see, because of the pandemic, there are currently no indoor gyms available to work out. And because working out and staying in shape is important, we came up with a body weight workout routine that we could do outside. So we approached the park, and as we get closer, we notice a very strange truck parked up against the sidewalk. It was a big black truck with huge black LED screens on both sides of the truck. As we get closer, we notice that the screens were cycling through some bizarre messages, saying some weird stuff about Bill Gates, the lockdown, the elite, telling people to rise up, straight out of a movie, bro. So we passed the truck and go work out. Once we were done, I looked over and the truck was still there. So I turned to Dior and I'm like, yo, we gotta get this on camera. We walk over to the truck and Dior starts to get some footage. As I'm standing there,
So you're
I
gonna
hear
show
a
us the
rustling
footage?
from the bushes behind me, and out pops this homeless woman. She gets in front of me and climbs up on this 2-foot high ledge between me and the truck. And then she starts yelling at me. She's like, I ain't no prostitute, I don't do booty, and I don't do drugs. So I'm like, oh, this
Okay.
woman is definitely on drugs. Oh, what is it?
Yeah, that's
So
true. Though. Like, we weren't thinking that unless you say it. So now we're just gonna assume that's what you're actually on.
I'm thinking, okay, just don't make eye contact, do not engage. But she was literally standing like right in my face, bro. So I look her dead in the eyes and I'm like, yo, what's your problem? And then she stops as if she was like surprised by my question. So then I ask her, why are you being so vulgar and like telling me all this nasty stuff? Yes, I used the word vulgar, bro, like a middle-aged high school vice principal. It was the first word that came to mind. So then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You just turned your back on me and I didn't like it. I'm just trying to look at this truck. What are you talking about? So then she was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. My apologies. And then she walked away, just crawled right back into the bushes, bro. So Dior and I start to make our way back home. And as I'm walking, I'm just thinking,
Like,
that has to be the craziest interaction I've ever had with a crazy person.
I doubt
and
that.
I grew up living with a schizophrenic uncle back in Jamaica. So, yeah. But it would turn out that this would be my least crazy homeless person story. Because just one month
I thought he was
later,
gonna say it in a
homeless
different
person
video.
story number 2 would happen. So fast forward, and it's now the middle of December 2020, and I briefly became obsessed with running. I started running twice a day, once when I woke up, and then again in the afternoon, racking up about 3 to 5 miles a day. One morning, I woke up extremely
Hey, hold
early,
up real
like
quick,
3
hold
a.m.
up. Nah, bro, I'm not having this shit, bro. Damn, bro, like shit. Fuck, like, shit, I ain't trying to see. Okay, there we go. Like, shit, I couldn't even see myself, bro. That's some scary shit.
And I didn't want to go back to sleep, so I put on my running shoes, grabbed my keys, and went downstairs to begin my run. This would be the day that it would really hit me how bad the homeless thing had gotten here. Because it's one thing to drive down the streets and see all the people and the tents, but when you're actually on foot, running past it all, you really get to take it all in, and man, it's bad. So I'm there jogging, right? Got my Bluetooth earbuds in, listening to one of my new songs, and I'm just in my own world, you know, feeling quite alright. Feeling right, feeling nice. Got another one where will we go
Really, bro?
tonight?
This is how you.
The sky every single
Okay,
night.
bro.
Roll another one, I'm trying to
I
feel
like that. I like how you just gonna throw your own music in there.
Whoa, yo, stop. Hey, yo, get off. Come here. I'm talking to you. Lady, get
Yo.
off me. Out of nowhere, this crazy drugged out white lady grabs me. Not wanting to waste any time, I spun out of her grasp and just kept running like nothing even happened. But in my head, I'm like, yo,
She's chasing
what
you.
just happened, bro?
Oh, okay.
This woman is crazy. I have never seen anything like that happen before. It was like she was a zombie right out of The
Like,
Walking
how do you
Dead,
react
bro.
to that? How do you
Just
do that?
grabbed me, like,
Can't just
what?
square up.
So, I get back home, I take a shower, and I get on with my day. And I'm not quite sure if this is even the craziest story, because the next story was unlike anything I thought would ever happen to me. But this was the only story where someone actually put their hands on me. So, it's a close tie. Y'all have to let me know in the comments section. And also, while you're at it, how about you drop me a like, you know? Let's get this video to crack 100K likes. Every time I ask you to like the video, you come through. So drop me this like, please. Thanks. All right, crazy homeless person story number 3. Now, this one just happened the other day. Yet
Okay.
again, I found myself awake at 3 a.m. And yet again, I went for an early morning run. I decided to take a new route, you know, so I wouldn't run into Miss Handsy again. I get maybe a mile away from my apartment when I saw a little corner store that was open. I thought to myself, you know what? let me go pick up one of them little Starbucks coffee drinks to have
Okay.
after the run. I don't really drink coffee like that anymore, but occasionally, once in a blue moon, I like to have one of these like Starbucks. You know, the ones that come in the glass. You know, they're in like Target. I like every now and again is all I don't drink it often, just sometimes. So I start to cross the street, and as I approach the store, I notice this person dressed in all black.
Oh no.
Black sweatpants, black beanie,
Black
and a black
forces.
hoodie with the word security written in all white across the chest. I get a little closer, and then I hear mumbling.
Nah, bro, run, bro.
Then I noticed the cart. Bunch of junk, old tattered clothes. The signs were clear. This was no security guard.
Yeah.
This is a crazy person. I also noticed that the store wasn't letting anyone inside. Because of the pandemic, a lot of these smaller stores have placed a desk in the entrance and now serve you by the door. I quickly realized that would mean that I'd be standing 3 feet away from this crazy woman the entire time I was trying to get this coffee. Oh, yeah. This was also a lady.
Okay.
But to be honest, you couldn't tell. So at first I was like, I don't know if I want this drink that badly. But I'd already started to cross the street, and if I turned around now, that would be me acting out of fear. And I have a strong disposition against doing things out of fear. So I said, well, let's see how this goes. I get up to the door, and before I could even say anything to the girl working the counter, I hear, "You ugly motherfucker, yeah, you a ugly motherfucker."
Yo, what the Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what? Nah, what do you, wait.
Get up to the door,
Wait.
and before I could even say anything to the girl working the counter, I hear, "You ugly motherfucker, yeah, you a ugly motherfucker."
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You ugly motherfucker.
What the
Is she
fuck?
talking to me? Oh my god. Why are you so ugly? I hate you.
What the
I
fuck?
hate your ugly ass motherfucker. I hate you, you ugly motherfucker. You ain't never buy. You gonna buy me some food? You ain't never buy me no food. I hate you. That's cause you ugly. You so ugly. Once I realized that she was definitely
Are you trying to guilt trip him? Cause if so, like, come up with something better than that. Don't be all roasting him and then begging him for some later. Like,
talking to me, I turn to her, look her in the eyes, and I'm like, "Yo,
what's up?
chill." I shouldn't have did that because she gets even louder, bro. And bro, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. People are looking down through their windows from their apartment at
you
what is
jogging 3
going on.
o'clock in
You
the morning?
ugly motherfucker, yeah. You ugly. I hate you. I hate you and your ugly ass.
Yo,
Spit is
like-
flying out of her mouth. Her eyes were all crazy.
Chill.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shook for a second, man. I couldn't even get the words out to the counter girl because she was standing far away from the door because she knew this crazy person was there and she was very concerned. So
Yeah.
I had to really speak loud and clear. But this crazy person was
They're
really
fucking over
distracted.
you.
So I took a big, deep breath through my mask. I locked eyes with this homeless bully. And then I attempted to stare into whatever was left of her soul. I stood tall, I stood solid, and I just stared at her. And then she started to quiet down. So I was like, good. I turned to the clerk and I was like, give me that vanilla Starbucks coffee.
Did she interrupt you?
Paying with my card. And just as I thought that I had won the situation, she goes off, bro. But this time, I'm like, yo, let me just get this coffee and dip, bro. If I stay any longer, this woman is gonna try and bite me, bro. She's insane. So I get my coffee, I get back my debit card, and I book it. I start jogging home. I'm like, I am never running this early again.
Yeah.
These homeless people are a different breed,
Breed,
bro.
yeah, they
Moral of the
built
story.
different.
Look, it's sad what's
Yeah.
happening here with the whole homeless thing. You know, like we really should be doing a better job to help a lot of
Man,
these
it's
people.
like, I don't think I forgot. Like, it's like what you said before, bro. It's like, that money's not the root of all evil. It's the what's dangerous or what's evil or whatever. Is like, or what's more dangerous than a man. That's something like this, like a person that has nothing at all. Or something like that, like nothing to lose. It's a person that has nothing at all or something like that. Yeah, man, I still remember that advice.
But don't be fooled for a second to think that all of these people are just people down on their luck. A lot of these people have problems, mostly with drugs, and because of that, they are not stable, bro. So if you live among the homeless, be careful because You never know. Feeling right, feeling nice. Got another one, where will we go tonight?
Okay, bro. Now we just finished reacting to the ugly motherfucker. Okay, we finished reacting to Young Dun the Saska, hilarious dude. Good with advice. Yeah, like just be careful, bro. Like like sometimes I feel bad for them, but then sometimes you have to remain vigilant because like he said, those who are on drugs are willing to do anything to get what they want, or even if they don't want anything, they just know. You know what I'm trying to say is like they'll still like have a motive to do something to you, and even if they don't and just do it out of the sake of doing it, that's something else. That's what you gotta watch out for. But like, yeah, that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that shit. But I don't really like saying that. But yeah, and I'ma see y'all later then.